Magnifico, Dynamo Magnifico, on with the front porch show. We'll share a laugh or two. Big smiles for me and you. Hello, hello, the front porch show. We're set to go. The front porch show. Hello, hello, we're set to go on with the front porch show. Here's Donnie.
Live from St. Mary's, it's the Front Porch Show, starring John Stevens. This is Don Van Galen along with the piano man, Frank St. Germain. Join John and his guests, Judy and Aaron Rankin. Ashley Agar from Evans Touch a Truck. Mr. Scott Crawford from the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame Museum. Champion unicyclist Jack Sebben. And our special musical guest, Summer Brockwell. Along with our regular features community calendar with Marie and a final installation of Alternate Facts, all tonight on the season finale of the Front Porch Show.
We'll share a laugh or two. Big smiles for me and you. Real loud now. Hello, hello. Front Porch Show. We're set to go. Front Porch Show. Hello, hello. We're set to go on with the Front Porch Show.
Here's John! Wow, I think half a pound's here.
I think so.
I think it's great. Let's get some things out of the way. We have foreign viewers, as you know. This is live on Facebook, going all around the world, and my friends Kubra and Ergin are watching from Istanbul, as well as Jada and her family. We have Linda Ormsby from Barrie, Monica Dominic from Portland, Maine, Robert Nash from Winnipeg. This is a new one, Anna Pires from the Azores. And Rich Miller, as usual, from California, and Headley and Liz Benyon from Wales. Well, when I started the Front Porch Show, I got a great crew. There's nothing good, nothing short of the people that we have. But I thought the phones would be ringing off the hook. I thought, hey, I'm going to be one of the best hosts in television or on the internet. I'd be making lots of money, and I get a phone call from NBC or ABC to say, look, one of the talk show hosts is sick. Can you fill in for the week? It hasn't happened. I don't understand why. So I'm looking for a second career. So I'm going to try to see what else I can do, and I'm going to show you what my accent. You sort of tell me whether you think I make the grade or not. The first thing I've thought about, I'm going to be a mime. Now, I've never done this before, but I'm going to be trying to be a mime. So Don, I need your help here.
All right. What do you need?
Okay, I need a piece of glass, please.
I just happen to have a piece of glass.
Okay, good. I'm going to do the old mime trick where the mime is pushing his hands against a piece of glass. Okay, here are your gloves, Don.
Well, they don't fit, John.
If they don't fit, then you must have quit. Well, nobody got that one. Oh. Okay, here I am. Stand over there, Don. I am the world's worst mime doing the touch your hand on glass trick.
Can't see him at all.
There we go, that's it. The next trick a mime does is where they sew their fingers together, okay? But they do it, and no, I'm not going to do it. I decided I'm not a good mime. I'm now going to try to be a juggler.
Uh-oh.
First, I'm going to juggle one ball. Now, two. It gets more difficult. 3. Okay, that didn't quite work. Could somebody get the balls, please? I need them for my other trick.
You mean you have no balls?
Tennis is canceled on Tuesday?
These are my dog's balls.
It's the last show
There.
at all. Everything works here. Oh, here's the.
Okay, now, there's one. We'll get the third one. It went down there. We'll get it later. Okay.
Don.
there goes somebody.
Now there goes Don. He's got balls.
3.
But he has 3.
Oh man.
Okay, the next trick I'm going to do is I'm going to juggle knives.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you came out tonight, to see all this. You realize.
Okay.
I've never seen this.
I have about 5 or 6 knives, and this is the finest Chinese plastic you can get. It's really, really sharp. So here we go. All ready? Oh no! I cut myself. Oh, not good. Okay. For my third trick as a juggler, I need a volunteer from the audience, please. Could somebody come on up? Quick, 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 quick. I'm going to throw these balls at you, and then you're going to juggle them and throw them back to me, okay? Ready? Okay. I don't quite make it as a juggler. My third thing I think I'm going to do is be a magician. First, I'm going to do my magic wand trick. Okay, ready? Okay, I need another volunteer from the audience, please. Come on up, run up, Blue Jays. Okay, I'm going to do a card trick. All magicians do card tricks. And as you can see, this deck is unmarked, right, Frank?
Totally.
Totally.
Can't
Brand new deck. Actually, it's from Istanbul.
Woo.
Okay, so what I want you to do, pick a card, any card. Show it to the audience. Okay, put the card back into the deck. Well, I don't know that way.
Oops.
Okay. Holy smokes, I can't find it. Ah, is this your card?
Yes!
Here we go! Now, for my final trick as a magician, I'm going to saw a woman in half. Do we have any volunteers from the audience? No?
Do John!
Who's Don? He hasn't got, then he won't have a leg to stand on. Oh, come on, I'm better than that. Okay, Joseph. What's your problem? We have now going to do, I guess, something I can do, I think. I'm going to play a tune on a blade of grass.
Woo! That one's Fern approved?
Yes. You must make sure, by the way, that when you play the blade of grass, that the grass is not flaccid. It has to be the turgor. Remember turgor in biology? That it has turgor. Okay, but one of the things about a blade of grass is when you play it, sometimes it's sharp and, oh! It cut me. Marie, come here quickly. Where are you, Marie? Come here quickly, quickly. Kiss it better. Okay. Now I'm okay. So I will attempt to play a tune on a blade of grass.
Sounds like a sick duck so far.
good. Who did that? Almost there. That's it. I can't do it anymore.
Standing ovation.
Okay. On with the show. Go ahead, Don.
I think we better ask Scott whether or not that would qualify for opening a ball game.
Okay, we now have our first commercial, and we have Jackie Cousins and Belinda Boscarecco.
Hi everyone, I'm Belinda Linares
Hi, I'm Jackie Cousins.
and our Beauty Counter consultants. Beauty Counter creates safe and effective skincare cosmetics and family care products. We have created a Never List, which consists of 1,500 ingredients that are toxic chemicals that will never be put into our products. Beauty Counter has your health and safety as top priorities for you and your family, so you don't have to read the back of each label.
How can you get involved more with Beauty Counter? You can contact Belinda or myself on Facebook. You can contact us for a personal consultation. It's the time that you should be thinking about what you're using on yourself, your face, your family, and we are here to help you decide what you can use, and you will have the peace of mind that you are protecting them from harmful ingredients with Beauty Counter's safer products.
Our mission is to get safe products in the hands of everyone. Thank you.
Okay, now we have Don with alternate facts.
Thank you, John. Can I have my contestants down here for alternate facts? You all know how this game is played. I'm going to tell you a story. The contestants have to tell me whether it is true or whether it is, in fact, an alternate fact for these Peter Rice original sculptures of Bart and Homer Simpson. Okay, so are you all ready, ladies? Would you like to introduce yourselves? I better.
My name is Charlene Van Veen. I'm Elizabeth Cooper. I'm from Stratford.
It's okay.
I'm from St. Mary's, born and bred.
Yay! It doesn't always help too much to be from Stratford. Anyways, so I have this story for you. I want you to tell me whether it's true or an alternate fact. Maryland, that's his name. Don't give Maryland. There's more to it, but I couldn't pronounce it. Was exiled from Iran in 1977 and settled in Belgium. And in 1988, he decided to move to England. But his papers were stolen during a layover in Paris. And without his papers, he was unable to enter England, and he was sent back to France. Unable to return to Belgium without his papers, he was stuck in the international terminal of the Paris airport because he couldn't pass customs. There he stayed, and he paid for his food and donations from other passengers, and he turned it into a small business. As his fame grew, he also started charging reporters to listen to his story. And the French government finally gave the guy a visa to enter the country, but he refused. There are soldiers who shoot you dead. Some people think he just got comfortable living in the airport, and others thought he was crazy, and some people think that he just didn't want to pay rent. Anyways, after years, 18 years, a movie company paid him $250,000 for his story, and that movie became... I'll give you an opportunity to guess here. This is bonus points.
Oh,
I know the movie. Can you talk about it first?
The terminal.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, and in 2006, he got his freedom in a roundabout way when he was taken to a hospital in Paris. And we don't know why he was hospitalized, probably all that McDonald's food they serve in airports. Anyways, when he was released, he refused to return to his country, and he's living in a homeless shelter despite having $250,000 from this movie company. What I want to know from you ladies, is this a true story or is it an alternate fact?
I believe it is an alternate fact.
Alternate fact, says Charlene with a very whimsical look. Liz?
Okay, I'll say true.
True. I guess we're going to have one winner today, and we're going to have one who has to go. All right, but what does the audience think? Is it true or is it an alternate fact? Oh, wow, it seems to be a mixed response here. I've kind of divided the audience here. I have to tell you, you know, that was one of the best movies I ever saw. I'm a big Tom Hanks fan, and I think we all enjoyed that movie if you ever saw it, because, of course, it's a true story. You know what, Charlene? This is the last show, and the all bran is all gone. He got to the bottom of the cereal box enough to give out one more prize. All right.
Our show is going over budget.
There we go.
Our show is going over budget, Don.
We're going to have to cancel.
Okay, that's it. Your salary is going to be docked for that. We now
When I
have
see
Marie
a check, I'll worry about
with
it.
community calendar.
This week's St. Mary's Community Calendar. On Tuesday, August 29th, local author Brian Busby will be speaking at 8 p.m. at the St. Mary's Library regarding his recently released book, The Dusty Bookcase. Gear up for the hockey or ringette season. On Tuesday and Wednesday, August 29th and 30th, the St. Mary's Rock will be holding an equipment exchange at the Pyramid Recreation Center lobby. Drop off your not wanted equipment between 4:30 and 5:30 on Tuesday. The sale is 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. both Tuesday and Wednesday. On Wednesday, August 30th, the last Melodies at the Museum for the summer will feature Corduroy Gordon, starting at 7 p.m. Bring your lawn chair or blanket to the lawn of the museum. In case of rain, it will be held at the Anglican Church. Saturday, September 2nd from 8 a.m. until noon, the St. Mary's Farmers Market has fresh local produce and continues until October 7th. Congratulations to Jane and Jacques Cousineau on their 50th wedding anniversary. Yay! An open house will be held in their honor at the Pyramid Center next Sunday, September 3rd from 2 to 4 p.m. Evan's Touch a Truck event is Saturday, September 9th, and more details will be available later in this show. And don't forget the meet, greet, and reacquaint with DCVI classmates from 1971 to 1976 at the Stone Willow Inn on Saturday, September 9th, beginning at 4 p.m. This is the last Front Porch show of this summer. But we plan to have a Christmas special with donations to Salvation Army and the Food Bank. So stay tuned for the date and more details. You can watch past episodes on Facebook or YouTube, The Front Porch Show. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you.
Just in case you wondered, indeed the Christmas special will be outdoors. So it will be right here, as usual. Now our first guest, Judy Rankin, is the mother of Dan Rankin, and Erin is his sister. Dan was a friend of many in town and an accomplished journalist with the St. Mary's Independent. I knew him as a talented actor and an impressive trivia player, the Pecan Sandies. Unfortunately, Dan was taken from us last December, leaving behind his first and only book, Fire from the Flowers. Judy and Aaron are here to talk about Dan's book. Welcome. Good to see you. Okay, and we have the book right here. There we go. And beautiful. Now, when did you find out about the book?
We found out when Dan was in the hospital. Some of his friends came in and they were talking about how he'd met with a publisher in London, England, when they were visiting there, and that he was arranging to have his book published.
And so when did you first read it?
We had, his book was on a USB stick, so Thames Printing kindly ran us off some copies, and we read it then, and we had since found out, got in touch with Wendy York, who was the publisher or the editor in England, and we arranged for her to do the reader's report, and then she said she really liked the book and she wanted to see it published, so we got her to edit the book, and then because it would take longer to present it to a publisher and stuff, we elected to self-publish the book.
And what's the book about?
It's a literary fantasy about a young fellow named Pio, and he is the nephew of the king, and he is charged by the king to go and collect an Enferacea flower, which is the antidote for Dairlaeus town that had been poisoned. So he went, and it was his adventures getting this flower home. And the flower also, they can use it like cocaine, and it's mind altering, and it causes a lot of problems along the way, and that's why he called it Fire from the Flowers.
Okay, so that's how it got its name.
Yes.
What were your thoughts when you first read it?
I was floored. I couldn't believe how well it was written, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, your son was very talented, and your brother
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
As I say, I got to know him through trivia, and his mind was just incredible.
Yes.
How is the book being published? You said you're self-publishing it.
Yeah, we self-published it, and I ordered books for my family and Dan's friends.
Mhm.
To,
So if somebody wants a copy of the book, how do they get it?
On August 31st, it will be available on Amazon.ca,
Right.
so you can order it there.
Can we get it in St. Mary's at all?
I believe that the Independent said that they were going to have some copies available at their office.
Right. And how much does the book cost?
It's $19.99.
$19.99, and a great tribute to Dan. What does it mean to you and your family to have Dan's book published?
it means a lot. It's our last gift to him, and we just hope it carries on.
Well, it seems like he left a very good gift for you, and that's great. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Okay, our second guest is, holy smokes, the wind is here. Evan's Touch-A-Truck has been a regular feature in St. Mary's in September for several years. Here to talk about it is Ashley Agar. Come on up, Ashley. Welcome. Okay, let's get the microphone nice and close to you. There we go. There we go.
Perfect, thank you.
Wonderful. So, Evan, how is he related to you?
He's my nephew.
Okay, and how did Evan's Touch-A-Truck get started?
Well, Evan was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor a few days before his second birthday, and with that diagnosis comes a lot. You're kind of thrown into a world that, that you're not really familiar with. And my cousin, his mother, asked me to help them raise awareness, and I had taken Evan and his brother and my son to an event similar to this. And I just thought it'd be something that would be suitable for St. Mary's and that we could kind of do in honor of him and to help raise money for a charity that was close to them and awareness for kids with cancer.
Okay, so is St. Mary's the only place that Touch-A-Truck has done for Evan?
For this Evan's Touch-A-Truck. There are other Touch-A-Truck sort of events, but nothing to this size that we've heard of.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And it's growing every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been to one. absolutely fascinating. The kids love it.
Yeah, it's a great event for people of all ages.
So why did you choose St. Mary's? Obviously because you live here.
Yeah, I live here, and at the time, Evan was living just about 20 minutes away. And you know, there's something good with small towns, right? There's a lot of people willing to help out other people, and I knew there'd be a lot of little companies that would get behind my vision and open their dump truck doors to let kids hang out in it.
So basically it was a dream come true for you.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. When people come to Evan's Touch a Truck, what can they expect?
Well, the event itself is admission by donation, and we did that to make it friendly to any budget sort of thing. So, and then the flats is filled with an array of vehicles, everything from little lawnmowers to kayaks to helicopters sometimes, and we've got trains and transport trucks.
And I think kids can pull the horns, because across the river from it, I think we're certainly aware of that.
It's a loud event. It's a loud event. McLean Taylors often donates a large bucket of beer.
And there's always one kid that wants to do it more than 10 times in a row.
That would have been Evan, yeah.
What has been the response so far then to the Touch a Truck event?
Well, this is our 7th year doing it, and this year, well, in the past we've raised over $50,000 for Child Can, which is a charity in London, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year. So, yeah.
Before Evan passed away last fall,
Yeah.
there were some very special things though that happened in his life. Can you tell me a bit about them?
Yeah, well, he 2015 was pretty brutal for the family. The beginning of the year they said he doesn't have much time, and then they said, oh, we made a mistake, he's fine. And then so at Touch a Truck that year, we were all kind of going, this is another miracle for us. And a few weeks after Touch a Truck in 2015, they said he probably wouldn't be here around at Christmas. So we kind of, as a family, got together, and his hometown, his current hometown of St. George, ended up throwing him a Christmas parade a week before Halloween, actually, and it was the largest parade. They had over 240 people want to bring floats in to the parade, which is actually larger than the Macy's Day Parade. So it was, it didn't get that big. They kept it relatively short, but it was pretty amazing, and he had kind of worldwide recognition for all sorts of things. So.
It's great in these days when you have so many bad stories to hear a great story like that. Now that Evan has passed away, why have you kept the event going?
Because, you know, Evan wasn't the only kid. You know, he has a very rare tumor, but there's unfortunately a lot of kids that have cancer, and the funding for these kids is almost non-existent. So the way pediatric cancer is, about 4% of all cancer research is done on children, and then of that 4%, the funds are divided between the 12 most common. So sometimes kids' cancer gets about 0.5% from government funding. So there's a lot of finances that come in the research, but also to these families that are, you know, dealing with it. There's a lot of extra costs that you're not really aware of that just accumulate like crazy.
So are there any new things that are happening this year that people should know about?
Well, this year we have a really awesome raffle prize, which is you can get tickets for that at the Source downtown. Right now they're carrying it for us, but the day of the event, and that's a Niagara Falls package and $500 cash and a $50 gift card, and that's a $5 raffle ticket. We have a children's gator and adventure trailer for one of the raffle prizes. We have all sorts of great things, and the orange medical helicopter is scheduled to come again. So if you see it flying around St. Mary's that morning, if nothing bad has happened, it's going to be here.
Unless I try my juggling act again with knives.
Yeah, but it's scheduled. It will be a working unit, so we can't guarantee, but as long as everything is kind of lined up, then they should be here.
Great. Now, who are some of the people that, because you don't do this alone?
No.
No, as you know, in anything it's big like that. So who are some of the people that help you out?
Well, it's the family is running it. So my siblings, my cousins, and my aunt and my mother, we all put it together. But the most of the event is actually just the community. The people coming is huge. The people, there's small businesses are donating prizes. You know, these companies that are bringing in $200,000 trucks and letting little kids get their fingerprints all over them. Like it's pretty amazing, and we organize a lot of it, but I think it's an entire community event.
Wonderful, and we certainly hope for great weather. I think you had really good weather last year.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
If people want to get involved in the event at all and maybe help you out, how can they do that?
Well, we have a Facebook page, and you can just email evanstouchthetruck@live.ca or find myself on Facebook. But yeah, we've got lots of room for more vehicles. Tractors are always hard to get. We found it's soybean season, we've been told, so the farmers are busy. But if you have anything goes, a personal vehicle, a company vehicle, we've got tons of room left. So
Right, yeah, well, the flats or Milton Park, as it's often
yeah.
called, is quite big, so there's lots of room there. So quickly, give me the details, the date.
It's September 9th this year.
Start time, end time?
10 till 2 o'clock.
Okay, and anything else we should know?
No, that's
I'm going to have a great time. And
Yeah.
kids of all ages, from whatever
From
to
baby
whatever.
yeah, we had a 98-year-old lady in the helicopter the one year, and she was having just as much fun as the children. So.
Now, I have a question.
Mhm.
If I come, can I honk one of the truck horns?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. There you go. Thank you very much. We now throw it over to Sunrays for their commercial.
Hey everybody. So my name is Mary, and this is my husband Casey Vandenberg, and we are owners of Sunrays St. Mary's. So we carry men's and ladies clothing. We carry purses, wallets, jewelry. We also carry men's and ladies swimwear year-round for those who take advantage of the cruise season. So the person in the back who was asking if there was prizes tonight, guess what? There are prizes, so you want to make sure you use your outdoor voice, yell really loud. We're going to ask you some questions about Sunrays. Instead of just telling you about us, we're going to see how much you know. So who's the first person that can tell me where we're located?
313 Queen Street.
Oh, that is really close. So
113 Queen Street.
So Casey is going to look after handing the prizes out.
There was somebody out back there that yelled first.
Okay. Do you want to go take it? Okay. So how many days a week is Sunrays open? 7 days a week we are open. Okay?
Right there.
So I also forgot to tell you that Sunrays also is an indoor tanning salon, and we also have a pedicure and manicure salon in the back. So how many tanning rooms does Sunrays? I knew you'd know that one. There you go. Okay? In our pedicure and manicure room, how many pedicure chairs does Sunrays have? 2? Yep. He's right. Yeah, we have 2 pedicure chairs. Okay. Sunrays is going to be celebrating an anniversary this September. How many years will we be celebrating? 7. Higher than 7, less than 10. 8. We were celebrating 8 years downtown in business. Okay, can anyone name one of the menswear brands of clothing that we sell?
American Eagle?
Point Zero. Yes, we sell Point Zero. Okay. Now we're going to get a little bit more personal. How many children do Casey and I have together? 2. I'm not that old. Together, yes. We have 2 children. We have 2 girls.
There you go.
Final last question of the night is, Casey and I will also be celebrating a wedding anniversary in September. How many years have we been married?
46. 30.
So it's more than 30. 36. Who said 36? We'll be married 36 years. So now that you all know a little bit about our business and about Casey and me, we'd like to welcome you to all come in and visit us. And yeah, thank you for your time.
Hey, great. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the show. Since arriving in St. Mary's, Scott Crawford has been working at the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. As a volunteer myself, I'm familiar with his contributions. Here to talk to him about his experiences, Scott Crawford. Okay, welcome Scott to the show. Hey there, Ollie. How you doing over there? Okay, where did you grow up?
I grew up, born and grew up in Georgetown, Ontario.
Okay, and tell me how you get from Georgetown to St. Mary's.
Well, it was pretty easy. I love baseball, and I heard of the Baseball Hall of Fame in St. Mary's, and I thought I got to come check it out. I came to the induction ceremony in 1998 as a fan, and then the summer of '99 I started volunteering, giving tours in the museum, and then in 2000 I did my co-op here, and I'm still here.
Yeah. Very good. Well, what's your official title now with the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame?
I'm the Director of Operations.
Director of Operations. Yeah. And what do you do?
A lot of things.
He does a lot of things. I don't know what he does.
Well, we're the board of directors obviously directs what I do. Yeah. I guess. I have a good team of people. The Jocelyn in the office, Doug on the site, all our summer staff. And of course, all our volunteers. I see lots of volunteers here, so it's pretty fantastic that they came out to support your show and the Hall of Fame and all the other guests.
Great. And one thing, of course, you know, with the induction weekend, I know you're just running all over doing everything.
That's obviously our biggest event of the year.
Yeah.
It was always the end of June. We had a great crowd with Halliday and Vladimir here this year, and it was almost a perfect weekend.
Okay, well, you brought along a few artifacts. Let's look at those now, because I think that's what people are interested in. You brought along this bat. Oh man, that's heavy. That is, and I'm not kidding you. Tell me about the bat here.
That's actually Babe Ruth's bat, so be careful.
Well, I will, because if I drop it on this table, it's so heavy my wife will kill me.
It's actually a replica. That's true. I might kill you too. So.
You might too, yeah.
It's a replica of Babe Ruth's bat, because I wouldn't give John Babe Ruth's real bat. The real one's in the museum, but Babe Ruth swung a 54-ounce bat.
Yeah.
So if you don't play baseball, the average major leaguer will swing a bat about 30 ounces.
Yeah.
And
it is quite heavy. I'm really surprised me. I didn't realize that, because I played a bit of ball in my life, and when I picked it up, it is definitely very, very heavy. So there we go. Somebody take this, please, Marie. Okay, what else you got here for us?
Well, I got. It's just over there. Let me
quickly go get it. This is my favorite artifact in the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, the absolute favorite artifact. And here it is.
I'll let you hold it, but don't drop it.
I won't drop it.
All right.
Okay.
This is, again, being a baseball fan, the Blue Jays won a couple World Series in the early 90s, and this is the home plate that Joe Carter stepped on when they won the World Series.
And what we'll do, if you want, at the end of the show, we'll let you touch it, but not on the signature, on the corner, on the black part, and you can make a wish. And I don't know if it'll come true, but we'll see.
It'd be to wish the Blue Jays actually win a few games this year.
Yeah, I think so. There we go. So, how many people are on your board?
16 people currently.
And how do you get on the board?
Well, we're a national institute, the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, a lot of it has to do with geography. We try to spread the board out as much as we can across the country. Your expertise too. The board's always looking for certain people with certain expertise. And then, we have a committee that interviews people, decides, and if you're good enough, or if you qualify, or you're what we're looking for, then you have a possibility.
Okay. There's somebody standing behind me. Who's this guy looking over my shoulder?
Oh, that's Larry Walker.
Okay.
Have you met Larry before?
In cardboard, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, you would have been there. 2009, Larry was here. He got inducted in the Hall of Fame. He was here in real life.
I saw him. Yeah, he was a bit older than that and
bald,
a bit less hair, but still, he was still one of the guys that I think should be in Cooperstown, definitely.
He is. I mean, Larry Walker's our greatest hitter ever, born in Canada. Joey Votto's close, who plays for the Reds these days.
Oh, he's going to be an automatic.
But Larry's our greatest ever, and he's creeping up on the ballot in Cooperstown.
Great. Basically, how do you get your funding?
Well, we do a lot of events and activities. Again, as a lot as you people know, from our induction weekend, our golf tournament, we rent our ball fields out. Of course, we have those 32 acres with the 4 ball fields, museum admissions, t-shirts, donations, government grants. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and when I win the 52 million level lottery, I guarantee you'll get some of that.
I know where you live, so.
Good. Okay, this house is for sale. I'm moving next week. Okay. You've got some plans for the future, and one of the plans is to build a new thing, because the house that is housing the artifacts right now is starting to wear out, and you need a more impressive site. What are the plans regarding that?
Well, yeah, our house was built in 1868, so it's a little. As old as your house? How old's this house?
1875. So
We
we're a bit
we
old.
beat you.
Oh, did you?
1868.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, we beat you. That's okay. Yours is nice though.
My math, yeah. Okay.
What was the question?
What are you going to do about that $20 you owe me?
Well, you're moving, you said, soon, so... Yeah.
No, I want to know what are the plans for the future for the Ball of Fame? Hall of Fame.
I don't know about them, I don't know.
Hall of Fame for building a new facility.
Well, we got some exciting plans going on. We're going to renovate the current museum on the inside to make it look a little bit nicer, and then we're going to add a 2,500 square foot addition to the museum, which will mostly be archive and research and library space, because we have, next to Cooperstown, we got the greatest baseball collection in North America, and we want to preserve it properly.
And I certainly know that there's things out there that aren't in view, because one summer where I actually worked there for the summer, and there's things upstairs that you never see, and they really deserve to be seen, but there's only so much you can show, and including some of the old newspapers and things like that that have something. So that's great. Projected date of the new building then?
2018, so we're just sort of around the corner. You'll bring me on next year and I can talk, maybe we have it, no we can't, we gotta have it here I guess.
No, you gotta have it here.
Yeah, but we can talk about it.
You know, I'm the host, I make the rules.
Well, you're moving.
Sorry. What kind of things in the museum that will draw more people? I know you have ball fields there, they get a lot of use.
Yeah, our ball fields are fantastic and very busy, and there's events today and there's games being played right now, so that's great. Inside the museum, I mean, it's small, but it's mighty, we like to say. It's jam-packed full of artifacts, a couple which I brought here, good ones I left in the building.
No, that's the best one.
That's a good one.
That's the best one.
Yeah, they're good ones I left in the building. But we're really going to be able to, when we build this expansion, we're really going to be able to look after our collection, so those plates looked after properly. We might not get this out of the museum again, so you're pretty lucky to have it.
Well, you know what's quite interesting is that, I don't know if you found it yet, one of our bed and breakfast guests went to a fantasy camp once, and he brought me his baseball card, and I snuck it into the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. Did you ever find it?
We found it the next day, John.
Okay, sorry.
Do you want it back?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Recently, let's get to the cut to the chase here. Recently, the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame asked the town for quite a bit of a sum of money, which the town didn't give it. And what's your message?
Well, there goes the easy question.
There goes the easy question. Again, where were you born?
Georgetown.
Okay.
Yeah, that we went through a process with some consultants and tried to figure out a bigger, better plan to make the Hall of Fame bigger and better. It didn't work out. The plan had to have the town support to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So our board of directors has basically changed the plans. We're going much smaller than we'd hoped for, but it's still going to be a great addition. We're going to add that 2,500 square feet, look after our collection, and move forward from there.
Right. Now, you know, it's no secret that there's a lot of people in town that love the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, and I will say I am one, I'll be honest. There's some people that don't speak very kindly of the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. What's your message to them?
Well, we kind of, you know, the Baseball Hall of Fame can only do good things for the town of St. Mary's. It's really, you know, it brings people to town, it helps the economy out. We sort of say, like the city of Stratford, not everyone goes to the festival in Stratford. Maybe not everyone likes the festival in Stratford, but they know it helps the city of Stratford, and we know the Hall of Fame helps the town of St. Mary's.
Now, you've traveled around quite a bit representing the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. How's it viewed from the outside, the city of town of St. Mary's and the Baseball Hall of Fame?
It's fantastic. I was down in Cooperstown where the National Baseball Hall of Fame is for Tim Raines' induction in the end of July, and we're treated great. You know, free tickets for everything, free accommodations when we're down there. We go to the other major league parks, and they're very excited to have the Hall of Fame, the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, I should say, at their parks, in their major league stadiums, or in their hometowns.
And the Toronto Blue Jays have been very generous too.
Yep, they're huge supporters. You know, we do displays there. They talk about us on their jumbotron. They let us set up displays. They come here. They film our induction ceremony. All kinds of things. The Jays are huge supporters.
Now, if somebody hears a rumor about the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, and there's lots of them going around, what should they do?
They should come find me. I'm pretty easy to find.
I'm not. See, I'm moving next week.
Yeah, no, John. I mean, I work downtown. I live in St. Mary's. I'm in the phone book. Just come come ask me. You
Yeah.
know?
Do you still play slow pitch?
I do. I try to live my dream.
Don't watch him play slow pitch though.
No, don't.
It's not worth it.
Don't ask me questions when I'm playing.
Okay. So here's the thing. The last question.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Is this Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame going to stay in St. Mary's?
Yeah. I mean the board of directors. We're a national institute. As long as we can continue being a national institute in St. Mary's, we're here, and I'm excited for the future.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Scott Crawford. Okay, our next guest. I've never met anybody in the world who knew how to ride a unicycle, let alone do tricks on them. But I now know somebody, and now you can say you have two. His name is Jack Sebben. Okay.
I can do that.
You can do that. I'm glad. Go ahead, show us. Can you juggle knives as well?
Call the paramedics.
Okay, I'm
Call the
speechless.
paramedics and I did that.
Is it safe here now?
I can't believe it. First you handle glass, you have plastic knives from China that cut to the chase, and now you sit there and a guy jumps over you in a unicycle.
I've got a good insurance company.
Okay, I wonder what it is. Okay, Jack, you just recently came back from a world championship. Tell us about it.
Well, not a world championship, but the extreme unicycling championship, and it was in Hungary.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was really fun.
So, okay, tell everybody how you did.
I did pretty good. I got a third place in one event and first place in another event.
Yeah, I think you could say you did pretty good.
Yeah, I did pretty good, I guess.
I think so. Okay, why a unicycle?
I don't know. I just wanted to try something new. So for my 12th birthday, I asked for one, and I never stopped.
And what kind of parents do you have that would say, yes, I'm going to buy a, usually it's a guitar or something like that, but a unicycle?
Actually, my mom and my dad are always the ones telling me to do the crazy stuff that I'm like, I'm too scared, and my mom's the one actually going, yeah, you should do it. So that's the kind of parents I have.
Okay, wonderful.
But it works for me.
It works for you, yeah.
I love
Certainly
it.
They're your motivation.
Yeah.
Where can if I want to buy a unicycle, where do I get them?
Well, for a beginner one, you can usually find one about $100 at a local bike shop, but for more extreme tricks and stuff like that, or the one I have, you have to go online or an online store or the internet for one.
And yours is a custom one, right?
Yeah, it's all my favorite parts to what I like.
Okay, now, and what age did you start?
I started at the age of 12.
Age of 12. And how old are you now?
19.
So that's 7 years.
Yeah, I started in 2010.
So in 7 years, you become one of the top unicyclists on this planet.
Yeah, I guess so.
And you live in St. Mary's? Sort of, just outside.
Well, sort of. It's
live in a farm.
complicated. It's like...
But life is complicated,
Yeah.
believe me.
He's moving next week.
It's a crazy question, but how long did you have to practice before you stopped falling over?
Well, I'm still falling over probably every time I go out and ride, but in terms of learning how to ride, probably takes about a week, but I have seen people learn in an hour or 30 minutes, but I'd say about a week for you to learn how to ride. That's
Frank, your opportunity's here right now if you want.
Here we go.
The front porch show. Oh, I don't know. Okay, there we go. Let's hear it for Frank. Okay, so I've seen kids on skateboards, trying and new tricks, and sometimes it looks pretty frustrating for me. How long did it take for you to start doing some tricks, not just riding it?
I'd say as soon as I learned how to ride, probably about the week after I learned how to ride, I think I started to learn tricks. I tried hopping and doing twists and stuff. So I think probably as soon as you learn how to ride a week after, you can probably start learning tricks right away. Yeah.
How close is the unicycle community? Where are they? There's not, You're the only one I know around here.
The nearest person I ride with lives in Detroit, so so there's not really a whole lot of people to ride with, but yeah.
But you go to the local skate park, am I correct?
Yeah. I go to the local skate park.
Yeah, that's great. And I'm sure you're one of the people that's really glad that it's been built.
Yeah.
Because you get to try some things that you wouldn't ordinarily.
I was really in favor of that, for sure.
Great. Okay. When did you start competing in competition? You started at 12?
I started when I was 13, and it was in 2011 I started competing.
And where was it?
Madison, Wisconsin. It was the North American Unicycling Championships.
And how did you do?
Well, I went in. I only got to compete in one event on the first day, and I competed in the beginner or the advanced category. I came dead last. It was like 40th, 42nd place. And then immediately after I competed, I messed up my foot doing some tricks down some stairs, and I was out for the whole week. So that's the only thing I got to do. I had to watch all my riders ride.
Okay, having played hockey and been on a last place team, that was it for my hockey career. And so you go to a competition, you finish dead last, and you keep going. What kept you going?
I just, I don't know. I guess I just don't really care about the competition. I was motivated by, I'm more motivated about the community and just like the thrill of landing a new trick, and just, yeah, that's why I ride.
How do you devise these new tricks?
A lot of it is just like, there's not a lot of people around, right? So I don't really have a lot of people to watch. It's mostly YouTube and the community on Facebook and just talking about tricks and watching tricks.
And you have friends all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about some.
Like, what do you want to know?
Where are they from?
Well, I probably have a connection in pretty much every European country. Like a lot of the European countries, like anywhere I go, I think I would have a bed to stay somewhere in Europe.
Great. Okay, well, take me along next time. I tell you, that'd be good.
For sure.
Don too.
Yeah, Don too. Okay, very good.
We'll go with you.
Okay,
very
sounds
good,
guys.
A bed in every place.
We'll go with our tricycles.
Yeah.
He will go with his unicycle. How much do you practice?
Well, it really depends on how busy I am or how tired I am, but it could be I could go out for 30 minutes, or sometimes I can ride for like a whole day. I could go for 6 hours, you know, it depends, but lately it's probably been about an hour every day if I can.
Great. Now, you explained the certain divisions of unicycling. What are the different divisions?
Well, there's a lot of different divisions and types of unicycling, but the two that I'm mainly interested in is street and flatland.
Excuse me. Okay, there's a mosquito on your head. One of the dangers of the front porch show, there are mosquitoes.
Yeah, we've got to watch out for those.
So
you could get hurt.
So is it, yes, you can. Put on your helmet, okay? Is there any money in this for you?
No.
It's like the front. Don, I'm doubling your salary. Forget it. So how do you pay for your expenses?
I just have a job and I work for my money, and then I go out and I travel. Well, like when I was younger, 12, 13, 14, it was going on trips with my parents, and we'd make a big kind of vacation out of it. But yeah, more recently it's me grinding hard and getting cash. Do
you have any sponsors?
Yeah, I have two. I have one in Germany, and he doesn't sell a product or anything. He's just this really rich guy, and he just loves the sport of unicycling. And he just loves unicycling, and he just supports his riders. And then I have a friend with a business in Toronto.
So do you have any career possibilities for this?
Not for me. Career possibilities, maybe like there's performing and stuff, but most people who do the kind of stuff I do don't like to see it as kind of like a performer or a circus act or anything. It's like a real sport. Like it's like I treat it as like a legitimate sport. And yeah, like if Cirque du Soleil offered me a spot, I don't think I would take it. But
really? Okay.
Yeah, but like let's say if like Nitro Circus offered me a spot, I would take it because it's more of an extreme sport oriented.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There may be some kids in the audience who want to take up unicycling. What advice would you give them?
I would say stay motivated and don't give up. there's a lot of tutorials on the internet to find out how to ride and how to do tricks and stuff. So I'd say go to that as your resource, and yeah, just have fun with it. The biggest learning curve is learning how to ride, and once you do that, the tricks just come.
Yeah. And you've told me that the unicycling community is pretty tight. They compete, but they're really supportive of each other.
Yeah.
So if a young kid wants to learn, you can go to the skate park and you're there. You're going to help the kid, right?
For sure. We all just want other unicyclists to get involved, and we just want to promote the sport. So we were all beginners at one point, and yeah.
Great. Well, Jack, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, no
we'll be watching you in the future.
It's nice to be here.
Upside down.
You look like an organ grinder there. Oh, I won't go there with that one. Oh, gee, that's bad. Okay, I say things sometimes I don't really mean. Okay, next up we have.
More.
Yeah, you guys gotta leave. You guys get going. Out you go. Out you go. No. On the unicycle.
More. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you very much. Next up we have Fran Boss, and she's going to tell us about a great cause that a lot of St. Mary's people support, Hope for Haiti.
Hi, I'm going to talk actually about Hope for Haiti and Little Falls Public School. We have an event coming up on September 9th. It's the same day as Evans Touch the Truck. It's actually just on the other side of the bridge. This is to support education. It's to support education in Haiti. Through Hope for Haiti, they're building a school for education for high school. We're so blessed in this country to have such a great education system, and they don't have that in Haiti, so we're working towards raising money for them there. We're also working towards raising money for the outdoor school program at Little Falls Public School. The event doesn't cost you anything. It just costs you about 20 minutes of your time. You come and you drive a truck for Ford, and Ford Canada will donate $20. It takes about 20 minutes. You get to ride along with one of the great volunteers who support it, and you take a little tour around the town. You can honk the horn too if you like, and then you can go on your way. And like I said, Ford Canada, all the money comes from them, and they'll give us $20. So that is on September 9th. It starts at 9 o'clock. Drive for your community.
Thanks a million, Fran. That's great. Okay, one of the things about the Front Porch Show that's been so great that a lot of us have discovered people in St. Mary's that many of you may not know about, and they have tremendous talent. We have just a great community, and the people in this community are the strength. And here's one of the people that I'm going to introduce you to. One of them is Summer Brockwell, and her exposure, with her exposure, you may not know about her, with her exposure on the Front Porch Show, I think your tat's about to change. So, here's Summer Brockwell.
I used to believe we were burning on the edge of something beautiful, something beautiful. In a dream, smoke and mirrors keep us waiting on a miracle, on a miracle. Stay cold through the darkest of days. Heaven's a heartbreak away. Never let you go, never let me down. And it's been a hell of a fight, driving the edge of a knife. Never let you go. darkest of days, heaven's a heartbreak away. Never let you go, never let me down. And it's been a hell of a ride, driving the edge of a knife. Never let you go, never let me down. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I will give up, nah, nah, nah. Let me love you, let me love you. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I will give up, nah, nah, nah. Let me love you, let me love you. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. Nah, nah, nah. Let me love you, let me love you. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. Nah, nah, nah. Let me love you. Thank you. Thank you. So this next song takes me back to my Abba roots, which you'll hear more about in a moment. I don't have Agneta with me, but I do have Rob, and he's blonde, so I'm
For the moment.
Yeah. And also we want to dedicate this song to John and to everyone else who's been involved with the Front Porch Show. They had this dream and they made it a reality, and it's made our Sunday nights a lot better. So thank you, everybody. I have a dream, a song to sing.
Hang a second.
Okay.
Let me do this.
It's just live, it's okay.
It's live. It's live.
Yes, that's a little better. That's better, yes. Could I actually have a little louder too while we're adjusting things? I have a dream, a song to sing. Yes, that is better. To help me cope with anything. If you see the wonder of a fairy tale, you can take the future, even if you fail. I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels. When I know the time is right for me, I'll cross the stream. I have a dream. I have a dream of fantasy to help me through reality. And my destination makes it worth the while, pushing through the darkness, still another mile. I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels. When I know the time is right for me, I'll cross the stream. I have a dream. I'll cross the stream. I have a dream. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, great. I was first aware of you as a part of the cast of Bjorn Again.
That's right, yes.
And an Abba tribute band. And it has the distinction of being the band that is
it's the only recognized by Abba tribute band out there. That's Bjorn.
And which one did you play?
I played Frida.
Okay, I knew it wasn't Benny.
No.
How did your career in the entertainment industry start?
My poor parents, I just wanted to sing all the time, and so they thought I'd...
And they're in the audience there they go.
So, they got me into lessons, and then I started singing for the Kitchener Rangers. Sorry, Kitchener Rangers. At 9 years old. So I started singing for them till I was 9 till 16. Did some theater work. And then after high school, started singing for Carnival Cruise Lines. And then after that, a fellow singer, Jamie Warren, had recommended me for this gig. And I thought, well, I think I'll do it for about 6 months or so. Little did I know, how big the show was going to be, and I ended up doing it for 6 years. So.
Wow. And what was the experience like?
It was amazing. The first show, we had rehearsed in a really small space, and the first show was Casino-Rama. I don't know if anyone's seen that stage, but it is enormous. I'm a very small person with little legs. So all the choreography we had learned, I had to do very much grander. So it was interesting. So I think the first show was 5,000 people, and I realized what I got myself into.
And where are some of the places you've played?
Oh gosh, it's more like where haven't we played in North America. The only places we haven't really played in the States would be Alaska and Nashville. They're not really into Abba in Nashville so much. But no, Hawaii, which led me to get married to my husband in Hawaii because I loved it there so much. That was fantastic. Chicago, everywhere, you name it.
Well, one of my dreams is to have your group into St. Mary's one day. That'd be great.
Well, they're from all over. So.
Yes, okay. Have you ever met any of the ABBA members?
I haven't. I believe there's a UK troupe of Bjorn Again, and I believe they have met them, yes.
Right, okay, well maybe one day. That would be nice. Enough with the tribute band. You had followers, sorry, more on the tribute band, that you had some followers, right?
We did. I wasn't really prepared for that either. There are a lot of ABBA fans out there. So yeah, it was great. We had some really wonderful people who would follow us everywhere that were fantastic. I did come across one person who was a little upset that I wasn't the real Frida, and I actually got a death threat, so that was a little scary. I had security outside my room. So people are pretty serious about their ABBA. This is what I have learned.
Yeah, well, if there's anybody out there doing another front porch show, they can't say that they're not the real John Stevens, that's for sure. Okay. So what brought you to St. Mary's?
It's kind of a funny story, but my husband and I, this is our 4th house that we bought. We like to, we're one of these couples that just go, let's go for a drive, let's go to some open houses. And so we just started looking at St. Mary's. We're like, it's so beautiful here, it's a lovely place to raise our daughter, and we just fell in love with it. So here we are, and I've got my parents to move here as well.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Population just increased. You also have a dog and a cat.
I have 2 dogs and a cat and a toddler. Yes. Busy house.
A busy house. You got your parents. Maybe what's the story about getting in here then? They just came and loved the place?
No, I've been trying to get my parents to live wherever we have moved to, but they keep saying, well, you're going to move again. But I had shown them the Central Schoolhouse units, and they fell in love with it, and that was it.
So what are your plans for the future?
I'm actually going to be teaching singing lessons at the world's coolest music store. So I'm really excited about that. And then Rob, wherever you are, I lost him. There he is. We're going to be doing some shows together as well.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, you sound pretty good. Let's hear some more, okay? You're now doing one with Frank.
With Frank.
Okay.
Yes.
John, singing lessons, maybe you and Don and me can, become, the next mamas and papas, mamas. Just the papas. Well, I know that this lovely young lady would like to sing this song to her little daughters.
I would. This is, there she is.
Where is she?
I sort of stopped singing for a while because I had this little lady over here. She kept me kind of busy. But this is a song that I sing to her at night, so I'm going to sing it for her.
Bring her up a little closer so we can see this beautiful lady and this beautiful mother singing to her daughter.
Just hope I don't cry.
Hang on.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel the glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. your cheek so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you just the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never, never change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look
Okay, we're pretty much at the end of the show, but I got a few things I'd like to say. One, as the song says, this was my dream, but this is an amazing town because there are people here who help you reach your dream, and you can't do it alone, and we're going to have everybody eventually do the credits, and instead of just showing the cards, they're actually going to bring their credit up and be on camera, and there's so many people that did this. For example, a good example, we needed lights for tonight. I talked to Greg Coverley, bam, I have lights. And he's going to donate them to anybody that needs lights for any of their functions. He's donating them to the town. And we had a bit of a problem on this morning because we tried him last night. He comes in on a Sunday morning, his day off, and he fixes it. So that's the kind of people we have in this town. When we first got here, Marie people would look at you, and I say to our bed and breakfast guests, walk down the streets of St. Mary's, and if you stare at somebody long enough, they will say hello to you. And it is absolutely true. And they go and they do that. They said, you know what? You're right. They say in Toronto, big cities, you just walk by and you can look at somebody and they'll say, hey, what's going on? Why are you looking at me? But here, they actually say hello to you. We've got a great town, and what this Front Porch show has been about, it's not about me, that's for sure. It's about you, the characters we have in this town. We have beautiful buildings, we all know that. But the strength of this town is you, the people we have here. And we're getting a bit of feedback, so I'm going to move back. There we go. You are the strength of this town. And there's characters. We have people coming up for us already for next year and saying, oh, did you know about so-and-so? He races pigeons. Do you know about so-and-so? He does this, he does that. And at the beginning, we had a hard time getting people because everybody's saying, just another one of John's weird ideas. Until we got the mayor to... Until we got the mayor on the show, and I guess we gained some credibility there. But still, if you have your dream for this town, don't give up on it. Do it. Just do it. Because this town is great as it is, but as the new people who come to town, they always say, what a beautiful town, but what great potential. And it's so true. This town has so much potential. So on that note, we're going to do our traditional ending, and if the cast can come and get their, not the cast, but the workers can come and get their cards for their credits, we're going to do... Well, I don't know. I'm the worst host you could ever have, so there we go. Okay, so here we go. So let's start doing Home St. Mary's. Those that know it, if you don't know it, you'll know it very soon. So bring your credit card. No, not your credit card. Well, you can bring your credit card. I would rather you bring your cash. But bring your, come up here. Yeah, right. Okay, so where people are going to do Home St. Mary's, Frank's going to lead us into it. But we have people, and I want you to put a face to these names. Go ahead, Frank.
Okay, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, again, from John Stevens and Don and everybody from the Front Porch Show, thank you very much, and thank you for liking this song. I'm going to dedicate this song to a flower of St. Mary's that today went to heaven and turned into an angel. Her name is Jean Hallen, who passed away today. A friend of ours passed away at St. Mary's Memorial Hospital. I know Jean's up there because she wanted to come to the show, and I know she's there right now. So I'm going to dedicate this song especially to her and to each and every one of you, because St. Mary's, I'll tell you something, this is the place you want to be, this is the place we are at, and this is the place that we will stay. Place to stand, a place to grow. Pickle Lake, the Point Peeling, no place I'd rather be. My hometown they call Stone Town, the prettiest town for miles around. We'll live a false life and people share smiles, treat you like family. Come on, everybody. Home, St. Mary's, St. Mary's, home to me. Home, St. Mary's, St. Mary's, home to me. Count the times I've been amazed. I've been blessed how God is great. I was led to this special place. It's quite a mystery. Anyone can be your friend, and farmers' fields they never end. Through it all flows the mighty Thames. Oh, what a sight to see. Come on, St. Mary's. Oh, St. Mary's, St. Mary's, home to me. Oh, St. Mary's, St. Mary's, home to me. Once more. Oh, St. Mary's, St. Mary's, home to me. Oh, St. Mary's, St. Mary's, home to me.
Oh, look at the people in the balcony. They're waving. Whoa. The lighters can do that too.
Behind me many miles on old highways, on dusted trails. When times got rough, when all else failed, I knew where I should be. Back in my hometown they call Stone Town, the prettiest town for miles around, where little falls laugh and people share smiles, singing in harmony. You ready, everybody? Here we go. Oh, St. Mary's, St. Mary's, home to me. Oh, St. Mary's, St. Mary's, home to me. A little louder. Oh, St. Mary's, St. Mary's, home to me. Oh, St. Mary's, St. Mary's, home to me. Clap along, here we go. St. Mary's, home to me. Oh, 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 shake a hand beside you. Shake hands, everybody. Goodbye from the Porch Show. Front Porch Show. Everybody shake hands. Give yourselves a little hug. St. Mary's home to me. God bless you all. See you next season for the Front Porch Show. Merry Christmas.